Welcome to Intermediate Algebra Online, this summer session at Tungsten Community College. I am Professor Stugard. I'm the one teaching your course. And I would like to take some time to, well, besides introduce myself as Professor Stugard, to kind of go over the software we're going to be using to complete our course online, which is MyMathLab. So I put instructions on how to register for MyMathLab on Blackboard, along with the course outline and the schedule for the semester. And so, again, take a look at those, read the course outline, follow the instructions on how to register for MyMathLab, and once you do, and you sign into our course, you should be taken to a screen that looks a bit like this. Alright, so, as soon as you sign in, you're going to see, well, first of all, the calendar with all of the due dates, basically for the entire semester. And so you're going to see that today is Monday, June 1st. And our first set of assignments are due on Wednesday. So those are always the end of the day. So they're not due until midnight on Wednesday. And the blue circles are homework, so you have 3 homeworks. And then the orange triangle is the quiz. And so you'll see as you go through the semester, you'll typically have 1 or 2 homework assignments and 1 quiz on each of our due dates, which will be every Wednesday and every Saturday. Also on this homepage, you'll also see it kind of listed out with your due dates as well. So besides the calendar view, there's also the current assignments. And as you start completing these, you'll see that they'll start kind of disappearing. And it'll just show you what's up next. Alright? And then of course it'll also tell you your due dates. In the middle there is the announcements. And so the announcements, I will email you these as well. When you click on the announcements are going to show you what the due date is, the homeworks, and the quiz. And I'll also try to include a note about what we're actually kind of going over with the set of assignments. And then videos, linking to YouTube videos on how to do some of the exercises that I've assigned you. So again, if you're going through and you're doing your homework assignments and you're having trouble, because, man, I forget how to evaluate a function or what that function notation is, you can just click it. It's going to open up a video on YouTube. Most of the videos are fairly short. And, yeah, it'll basically walk you through how to do that particular type of problem. Now, you'll also see, if you go over to the homework and quizzes, that every single homework for the entire semester and every quiz is listed, all the way down to your practice final. Your actual final exam is not listed because you're going to have to end up scheduling that with me a little bit later. But for now, well, there you go. Now, as you're doing your homework, so let's say you're doing polynomials and the definitions and adding and subtracting. So we have 15 questions. We'll just jump into like question 11 here. And let's say I need to add these 2 polynomials together. So here's the nice part about the homework. Let's say I'm guessing, maybe the answer is 1. No, it's clearly not 1. Okay. What's going to happen is MyMathLab will say, that's not right. To find that answer, you need to collect your like terms. All right? So it'll usually give you a hint as to what we should be doing. And then the other part you're going to see over here is, if you're stuck, is question help. And when you click question help, it sometimes changes a little bit what kind of help you get for each type of question. But you'll have, first of all, help me solve this. Now, help me solve this is going to work through this exact problem step by step with you. But since MyMathLab helped you step by step, you don't get credit for it. And you're going to have to try it again. And so that's also the nice part, is that let's say I keep guessing that the answer is 1. No, not 1. It's 1. No, it's not 1. Well, there's the correct answer. They're going to tell you what the correct answer is. And even though I got it wrong, I'm just going to click, well, similar question, and I can try that question over again. All right? And you can try the homework questions over as many times as it takes until you get it correct, which means you should be able to get 100% on your homework over the course of this summer session, which counts for a third of your grade, which would be pretty helpful when it comes down to the end of the semester and you're finding out your average. But let's say I'm still stuck. I got it wrong those 3 times and I need this help. I don't want to use the help me solve this, but view an example is kind of similar. View an example is going to walk through a problem that's very, very, well, similar. And it'll walk you through step by step. You know, to add the polynomials, collect like terms. So it's going to tell you, okay, collect the like terms, then simplify. Oh, okay, it looks like I'm just adding the coefficients. If the coefficient is 0, I don't need to actually write that. Oh, okay, so let me go back and actually type in my answers. So 10x. Now, if you need to get to the squared, you can use the shortcuts. Shift 6 gets you up to the exponents to type your square. Or you have a bunch of different options down here. You could do fractions, mixed numbers, or this one's exponents. There's also absolute values, square roots, radicals, and a bunch of other things too. But let's see. So combining the like terms, right? So 2x squared plus 8x squared was 10x squared, minus 3x plus 8x is 5x, and then 23 minus 71 would be 48. Oops, minus 48. And good job! I got it correct. Next question, and I can move on if I'd like to the next one. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to do my homework right now for you. And I'll save it, and you'll see, oh look, I got a green question, or a green check mark next to question 11. That one's good to go. And I can move on and do the other ones. Alright. And again, you'll see that that updates your current score. I now have a 6.67% on this homework assignment. That's where I am. Now, other resources as well. So, the additional video resources, these are all videos that I gathered off of YouTube. Again, to kind of help you as you go through. If you need some extra help, certainly feel free to use those. Or, again, just search YouTube. Whatever the questions ask you to do, search YouTube, and there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of people who have put together video resources to help you with the mathematics. Also, you have the multimedia library and the e-text. So the e-text is exactly what it sounds like. It is the electronic version of your textbook. It might take a second or two to load, but it's going to be your exact textbook, right down to the table of contents. And so, you know, you can kind of go through page by page. So let's say we're going back to that adding and subtracting polynomials. So I see over here that that's page 364. So I can just type up in the top here 364, and sure enough, it's going to take me to exactly that page. And the nice part is too is the electronic textbook is also has these, anywhere it's got like a little mouse clicker. You can click that and it will open up interactive videos or examples for you to do yourself, and you can watch examples of how to do that particular problem. Press play.
Add the quantity.
And again, it's just a math professor walking you through the steps of actually doing that type of problem. Alright, so that is the e-text. And then there's the multimedia library, which, again, you could go through and be like, alright, I'm working on polynomials, and I want to add and subtract polynomials, and I want to see if they have any videos about this. You click Find Now, and sure enough, there's going to be the whole 27-minute long video lecture on the entire subject, or it goes through and breaks it down into smaller videos of each one of these kind of topics one at a time, and you have all of those resources there as well. Now, the most useful help feature as you're going through and you're doing your homework. And so let's say I'm going back to, let's say I'm doing question 12 now. I want to do that next homework question. Alright, but again, I'm getting stuck, so now I got to subtract. How do I subtract? So the question help. Again, help me solve this. Try to avoid that. View an example, and again, it will walk you through one at a time. Videos. If there's a video, it's going to play a video of a very similar, well, question, and it'll walk you through how to do that. Some of them have animations, and the animations are some of my favorite because I'm a very visual person.
Subtract the second.
And you're going to see they can actually color code it and move things around, and I enjoy how visual it is, and it certainly helps me when I do math. So there's that option as well.
Starting with the highest power.
Then there is also obviously the textbook, which is going to open your textbook. And then there is also going to be, let's see here. Oh, I better close that
Constant
animation.
term is -6.
Yeah, let's close that animation. Alright. The last help feature is Ask My Instructor, and this is probably going to be how you contact me and we interact most throughout the semester. If you get stuck, and again, none of those resources help you, or you're still getting the wrong answer and you don't know why, or, and this will happen sometimes, MyMathLab can be a bit picky about how it accepts answers, and sometimes you'll get the right answer and MyMathLab will mark it wrong just because of syntax, or sometimes you put an extra space in. And if that happens, that's fine. Click that Ask My Instructor button, and I'm going to be sent an email. And it's going to go directly to my email. It's going to tell me the exact question you were stuck on. If you got the wrong answer, it'll even tell me the wrong answer you got. And it'll give you an opportunity to write me a message and be like, oh, Professor, I didn't understand this at all. Or if it's a longer problem, you're like, well, Professor, I understood up until this part, and I don't understand this, the last step that I need to do. Well, put that in there, and then I'll be able to help you. And, the more descriptive you are, the more helpful, hopefully, I can be getting back to you. And so, if you're working productively, you'll only see emails from me with every new set of assignments, with the links to the videos and the sections that we're covering. And, again, if you're working productively and you don't need any help, kind of feel free to ignore those. And I will let you work on your own. As long as you're hitting all of the due dates, that's great. Keep working. Keep doing it. Just keep being successful. But if you do need that extra help, that's why I'm here. That's my job, and I love doing my job. I love trying to help students understand math and hopefully come to enjoy it. Maybe not as much as I enjoy it, but at least enjoy it a little bit more than when you first signed up for this course. And so, if you need to talk to me every day, you have to send me questions, 10 questions a day, that's fine. That's my job. Let me know so that I can help you. All right? Now, you'll also notice that when you go to your homework and quizzes, everything is listed for the entire semester, which means feel free to work ahead as much as you want. Those due dates are in place to make sure that you don't fall behind. And so if you're keeping out with the due dates, again, it's kind of broken down so that you'll have roughly an equal amount of work throughout most of the summer session. Each of the mastery quizzes might contain material from any previous section, so they're all going to be kind of cumulative, even though they're only at 10 questions. But I know some people just like to go plow right ahead and keep working. And so if you want to be, that student, go for it. If you want to try to get this entire course done in 5 weeks instead of 8, that is certainly your initiative to take. Just be careful when you take the mastery quizzes. Again, the mastery quizzes all have 10 questions, and you can take them multiple times, but you are going to have to answer all 10 questions first before you submit. So the homework is 1 question at a time. The quizzes are going to be 10 questions at a time, but you can still redo them, right? Because that's what mathematics is. You're not supposed to get the questions right the first time. Otherwise, you're not really learning much. You're supposed to make mistakes, but then you're supposed to find out where those mistakes are and fix those mistakes, and then try again, so then you can get all those mistakes out of your system by the time we take the final exam. Because that's all math is. We're going to try to get rid of all those mistakes so that your final exam goes as well as possible. And like I said, when you submit your quiz, it's all 10 questions at the same time. You can always click to review your test, and it will tell you what the right answers were. So if you're taking good notes, right, if you're working out these problems on your notebook, right, with your own pencil and paper, right, despite the fact that you're typing your answers online, write everything down. The neater you are, the more diligent, the better you can figure out, well, how to fix those problems. And again, when you do the quizzes, it'll tell you what the correct answer is. The correct answer was -8, and I answered nothing, which is literally the only guaranteed way to make sure that you do not get a math question correct. All right. So that should give you a really good starting place for MyMathLab. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to email me and to ask. I'm here for you, and let's have a very, very good summer session together.